If the election really comes down to the economy, one of the key questions will be, are you better off financially today than you were 4 years ago? Which is what makes this poll so interesting. When asked about the economy, 35% of Michigan voters said it was excellent or good, while 65% it was not so good or bad. But when asked about their own finances, the results flipped. 61% said they were in excellent or good shape, and 38% said they were not in so good, or they were not in good shape, or they were in bad shape. Paul Krugman explored this in his most recent New York Times op-ed. Krugman, a 2008 Nobel Laureate in economics and New York Times columnist, joins us now to explain. Really good to have you. Try to help me understand this disconnect.
Okay, so I'm constantly being told, well, you say all these macroeconomic statistics are great, but people aren't feeling it. And what these polls are showing, which was kind of known, but really confirmed, is that actually people are feeling it. If you ask people, how are you doing? People are actually pretty upbeat. People say, I'm in good or excellent financial shape. People say, I'm better off than I was 5 years ago. It's only if you ask them about the economy that they say things are terrible, which says this is not about people's personal experience. No matter, of course, everybody is upset about the price of groceries, but the reality is that the economy is delivering for people. It's the narrative that people have adopted. They believe that it's bad, but they think the bad things are happening, I guess, to somebody else.
So that's what it is. I'm fine, but I assume that other people are really having a hard time, and that's why I'm going to tell a pollster that it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of people, these consumer sentiment numbers are hugely affected by partisanship. It's just enormous, both parties, but especially Republicans. So you ask, what's the state of the economy? And their answer is, I hate Joe Biden. Really, so it's not the point is that these consumer sentiment numbers, I don't know what it's going to do politically, but what people are actually perceiving in their lives is consistent with the good numbers that Biden people like to cite, but people somehow don't believe that it's true for the nation as a whole.
Well, I was going to ask you what it's going to mean politically, and I know you don't have a crystal ball, but do you think it's going to be, because it is such a partisan issue, or become such a partisan issue when people are asked it, do you think it's going to have a big effect on November? Is it still, it's the economy, stupid?
My guess is not. My guess is that because what people say about the economy, and even what people see in the economy, is so partisan, that it's not going to move a lot of people, that the things that are going to drive people are probably going to be social, non-economic issues. So this may be, in the end, more of an election about Roe v. Wade than about inflation.
Or as Phil Bump at the Washington Post puts it, it's about the culture wars, stupid. Let me ask you, what direction do you think the economy is going in? Where are we likely to be come late summer or early fall?
Okay, I mean, there's enough noise in the data that you can tell any story you like, but it really does look to me as if inflation is still falling. There were some noisy numbers, but inflation is still falling. Not a hint of a recession in the data. This is, I kind of hate the phrase, but this is a Goldilocks economy. It's a miracle. It's considering what we thought was going to happen, considering the near universal predictions of recession, the claim that we were going to need years of mass unemployment to get inflation down. What we actually have is, as people say, immaculate disinflation. Inflation down, unemployment still near a 50-year low. I was a big, I didn't buy the pessimism, but I'm shocked at how well things have gone.
Immaculate disinflation is a great term. But when you say it in such positive terms, and you make it sound like that, it sounds too good to be true, Paul.
Well, except we have a story. And if it's actually a story, believe it or not, the White House was telling this story right at the beginning of inflation, and it turns out to have been right, although it took longer, which was that most of what we saw was disruptions in the wake of the pandemic. We just got an economy that was really discombobulated by all of the stuff. Remember, toilet paper shortages and all of that. And those disruptions from the pandemic lasted a long time, but eventually we adapted. We've got a very resilient economy. We've got very creative business people. We've got flexible workers. So we adapted, and that's what brought inflation down with really hardly any economic pain.
Paul Krugman, it's really, really great to have you. Thank you so much. An interesting disconnect, but one that I think you explained well. It's more about partisanship, the culture wars, as Phil Bump might say. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me on.